Hi and welcome to Coffee with My Sunshine. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I thought it would be fun to work on some scrapwood projects. So if you'd like to join me, then let's get started. Scrapwood project number 1. Alright, I don't know if you guys remember this. I'll put a link up in the corner there for the video where I made this. But I'm going to actually repurpose it because I don't use it as a shelf anymore on the wall. So I'm going to turn it into something else. And we're going to be using some more scrap wood to make it. So I'm up in my craft room. And this is my view. Sorry about the dirty window. But if you look, I don't know if you can see them. You see the deer laying out there? He's just chilling. Every once in a while he looks up here, but I thought it was just so cute. So my idea for the shelf is to kind of section it off. I'm going to cut some pieces like these corner pieces just to divide it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So I'm just going to kind of mark first where the edges are here, and then just do a line here so that I can cut it to match these. Might be interesting. I think I'm gonna have to cut it like this first and then try and trim that off. Yay! Alright, now that I got that cut, I still have this little bit because I couldn't get that angle on here. That I'm going to trim off, and I'm going to do 3 of them. Okay, so I got them all cut. They're a little wonky, as you can tell, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to paint them to match this, but I thought they would be, and I marked, well actually my husband and my son helped me mark these so that they were, you know, evenly spaced. And see, this one's shorter than this one, but we're going for the rustic look, right? So I'm just going to probably paint these first and then glue them in, and then I'll show you what I do with this. Alright, so originally I was going to paint it the color of the shelf. I might regret it, but I think I'm going to paint over it this, what is it, vintage white color. Only because I'm going to be putting plants in here, so I kind of want the colors and stuff like that to stand out. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I might end up regretting it, but we'll see. I'll probably end up putting a couple of these back in because I think that would look really cute with what I have in mind. You know, I could probably distress this and have the green pop through just a little bit. That might look cool. So I'm starting to like greens now. I wasn't always a big fan of them unless they were like, you know, just like natural greens from outside, like greenery and stuff. Or I really liked olive green, which I still love. That's probably my favorite green. But I'm starting to like other shades of green. I know it's one of those colors for some reason. I've noticed just in the comments and stuff that a lot of people don't like green. Oh, hi kitty. How many of you like green, and like what's your favorite color? I know my grandma was not a fan of green. She really like hated it, I think, and I was like that for a while, but I'm starting to really like it. So let me know, do you like green, and what's your favorite color? Okay, so these are all painted, and before it gets too dry, I'm just going to distress the edges a little bit with a damp sponge because I don't want it too distressed. You know, just kind of where it would naturally be. And I was going to use a white for this because that's what I used to use. But I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful on the things that I use and throw away. So I thought I would just use a reusable sponge. One that I could rinse out and reuse. So I had to mark that because I will forget. Because I already forgot when I was painting to not paint over the marks that my husband and son drew for me. And my glue is stuck. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're going to have to clean that up before it dries. But I'm going to get these all on first. And I'm using this. This is my favorite wood glue. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry, I'm going to clean up the edges and then let it dry, and then I will show you. I'll probably put these back in, and then I'll show you what I do. And these aren't necessary, I just thought they will be cute to hang little tags from, hopefully. If not, I can always just take them out. Okay, so for this next step, for mine, I'm going to put, I thought herbs would be really pretty in here, like fresh ones. So originally I wanted to use tags. I have smaller ones in this brand, but I can't find them. So I think these would be way too big. So I'm hoping these will be cute, like hanging from this. And I thought instead of like twine, I would use some of this raffia, just because it looks a little bit more, I don't know, natural, I guess. We'll see what it looks like. I might change my mind. So I'm just going to label each one depending on, you know, what kind of herbs I put in here. I will show you that in just a second. And if you weren't hanging this off like an edge of a counter or something, instead of using the hooks, you could totally just put some twine or raffia around here and then attach it to the container. And I'm just going to do these in like a more of like a whitewash instead of like solid. I think I'm going to write it, maybe I'll put it like this because I don't know if this will work with my sink, but so I think I'm going to write it like this and then attach it to the jar. So I'm just filling my jars up a little bit. It depends on what the herb is, just so it keeps them alive and a little bit healthier for a little bit longer. Or you can keep them in your fridge in a paper towel or a wet paper towel. But I wanted to do this because I thought it would be really pretty and bring some life to the kitchen in the winter. So I'm just tying the raffia around the jar. This is how I ended up doing it instead of hanging it from the hooks for now. And then I just did that for each herb that I have. And doing it this way makes the kitchen smell really good too. And these, I just learned, the green onions, that they will continue growing if you put them in a jar of water. So I thought that was awesome. So this is what it looks like all finished. I love it. I think it's so cute. I'm going to leave the hooks on for now until I decide you know, 100% that this is where I want to keep it. What do you guys think? Originally I wanted to put it up here. I don't know if you guys can see with the light coming in, but I wanted to put it up here with the tags hanging down here, but then I wasn't sure if the faucet would be in the way. I don't know. I kind of like it where it's at for now, but I'll have to play around with it and see. And on to project number 2. For my next scrap wood project, I'm going to be using this old shutter. I've had 2 of these for a really long time, just sitting in my craft rooms. So I thought I would turn it into something really cute and useful. So I'm going to take this apart because I'm only going to need one side, and then I'll show you the scrap pieces of wood that I'm going to be using. So I still have a bunch of these guys that I picked up on the side of the road last year. They were in bundles. So I'm just going to use these for my scrap pieces. And I'm going to cut probably maybe 3 high because I thought this would be like a really cute like plant holder. Sorry. So I'm going to cut them like this to match the measurement of my shutter. And then I also want, I wish this was a little bit thinner, but it'll be like that. So I'm going to cut 2 of these and I'll be right back. Okay, I lied. I'm not going to use these for the side because I think they're just a little bit too wide for what I want. So I'm going to use this scrap piece as my sides and just cut 2 for the sides and 1 for the bottom. Alright, I have all my pieces cut and I still have a lot of scrap wood left. So there will be more projects if you're interested. Okay, so if you're wanting to actually put in like maybe real flowers in like a thinner vase or something, you would probably want to use this, the thickness of this, because then you can put nails in or screws, where I'm just going to be putting like fake florals in, so I'm just relying on the wood glue to hold it. And we'll take care of the stuff that squishes out afterwards. And I'm also going to stain these or use, you know, some paint and water to make it so the sides match this color. But I'm going to do that after it's all attached. Might be easier to do it before you glue it, but I actually didn't think about that until right now. But that's okay. It ended up turning out all right. And I think I'm going to space mine out. Can you see that? Is that at a good angle? I think I want to space them out like that. Kind of like a, I don't know, like a shiplap look. Maybe like that. There. So now I'm going to clamp it and then I'll come back and clean that up and stain it. So now it's all dry and I'm removing the clamps. All right. And it's all one piece. I just need to stain the sides and the bottom now. And I'm just using just some acrylic paint and a wet sponge. I'll probably have to layer to get the same, oh, I might have to sand that, to get the same color as this and this. So I'll do a couple different colors. The paint didn't match perfectly, but I wasn't bothered by it too much. So So this is it all finished. The wood tones are a little bit different, but if that bothers you, you could paint it to match all one color, but I think it's really cute and rustic looking. On to project number 3. I have these scrap pieces of wood that I think are really pretty actually, but I'm going to glue them together to make, make it look like one solid piece because I don't have a piece as big as I need. So hopefully this will work. I'm just gluing them together with the wood glue and then clamping them together just so that they stay tight until they're dry. And then wipe off the excess, just like the other projects. And I let these dry for a few hours. Alright, so we got it all. Oh. So it's all nice and solid. And we cleaned up the glue, so, I mean, there's a little bit we could sand. I might do that before I stick the picture on. I love that wood, though. I love the green. Alright, so this is the picture we're going to use, and this is for my husband. I'm making it for him to keep by his desk at work. So I'm just going to make sure the edges are going to be even, like the border all the way around. I'm just going to use some matte Mod Podge. You know what, I could probably go all the way around so it kind of seals it in maybe. Then I'm going to put some on the back of the picture just so it's easier to move around a little bit when I put it on. That's a tip that you guys gave me because when I started using Mod Podge, I was making a horrible bubble mess and everything, and it wouldn't go on straight. So let's just cross our fingers that it works this time. I'm just gonna line it up with my little marks here. These don't wrinkle. Okay, now I'm going to put some on top and hope it doesn't wrinkle anymore. And you can totally distress the edges of the picture. I've done projects like that before and it looks really cool, but I just wanted it to be nice and clean and pretty because I don't know that my husband is really into distressed looks and stuff, so this will just go, this will be good. Oh no, the color is smearing. So maybe the trick is to not wipe it a lot, just get it on there. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully it doesn't smear anymore. So it seemed to work out really, really good. I mean, there's a couple wrinkles. I'm going to put another coat on. Obviously that won't help the wrinkles, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I'm just going to sand down the edges now a little bit, make them a little bit rounder and smoother. And then I'll probably just seal in the whole thing with Mod Podge. Okay, so I'm going to do one more coat now that it's all sanded, and then seal up the edges too. And as always with all of my projects and stuff, if you guys have tips or tricks that have worked for you guys with using, you know, any kind of like Mod Podge or paints or techniques, I would love to hear them. I love trying new things and also improving on you know, what I'm doing. So I would love to hear what you guys do to make it easier or look better or last longer or whatever. Oh, and I've always wondered when doing Mod Podge, like a second or third coat, do you go in the opposite direction that you did the first time to fill in any like grooves or anything? Let me know. here it is all finished. Let me know what you guys think. I absolutely love it, probably because it was my Bella girl. There are some lines in it from the wood, but I'm not too upset about that. On to project number 4. All right, and for our final wood project, I am using this wood round. I had used it in a past video, and I took off the base of it. But I wanted to use it with this basket because I've had this for quite some time. And I thought it would be cute as a 99 cents from Goodwill. I thought it would be cute as like a plant stand. So I'm going to try and make that work. And I wanted to keep the basket this color, so I think I'm just going to paint this probably that same antique white, because I don't know if I can match this. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to that clip, but I didn't think I could match the wood topper with the color of the basket, so that's why I wanted to paint it the antique white. I thought it would look really pretty too, and really make any plant that I put on there stand out with the bright green against the white. Alright, there's the basket, and this is all painted kind of rustically. For now, I'm just going to use some wood glue on here, and then I would like to get some sort of bracket or something to maybe attach from the inside to the wood round. But I don't have that right now, so this is what I'm using. I do like the contrast between the antique white and then this wood color. I think it's really pretty. I wanted to show you that deer finally stood up. I think he's hurting. He keeps favoring his right leg, but I thought he was really pretty, so I wanted to show you. And finally, here it is all finished. Let me know what you guys think of this type of video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this type of content with like scrap wood projects. That way I know to keep going with them. Leave me ideas in the comments for new video ideas that you would like to see. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and showing me your support. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!